When I learned about this, I had to shake my head and chuckle a little bit because it literally is telling me the psychology of a lot of white people in the establishment. So we already know what Nikolas Cruz did. I don't have to give a backstory. He is currently on suicide watch in the prison that he's currently residing in right now. But it has just come out that he is receiving fan mail. Yes, there are people who are writing letters and messages to him, and I think some of them even have donations, so he's getting monetary funds as well. Not that he's going to be able to do anything with them. He can't even read the letters because he's on suicide watch, but they said when he gets off of it, then he'll be able to read them. I actually looked on CNN, and they actually have stacks of letters, like 5 stacks of letters that he's received. It's not big piles, anything like that, but it's a lot of them. They say even one of them came from a Girl Scout troop in New Jersey, writing this man letters talking about God will forgive you and, all kinds of stuff. That was just one of them. I didn't sit there and try to read all of them or, whatever other examples they may have had out there. But you know what this is telling me? It's almost like they are rewarding him for what he did. Like this was a job well done. Now, what makes this more interesting is that because the victims of his shooting were pretty much all white. None of his victims were black. And if they were of color, they weren't black. So usually when it comes to things like this, we usually hear of white people who kill black people getting rewarded for what they did. But this is different because this guy seems to be getting rewarded for what he did against people who look just like him. That's probably one of the other reasons why they're trying to separate him from them. Look, this is a white guy. I don't give a damn what they say. I don't care that his last name is Cruz. Now his brother, on the other hand, now that one looks a little bit more closer to us, way more than this one does. And I think it's really messed up. Like, I think his brother's getting a pretty raw deal, if you ask me. Like, they actually have him locked up for whatever reason. They make it seem like he coerced Nikolas Cruz to do this, or they were tag teaming this thing. No, Nikolas Cruz was by himself. And I think they try to have him set his bail at like $500,000. I said, the guy didn't commit a crime. All he did was ride his skateboard and go up to the school. The most they could have got him on was trespassing, which I'm very sure is not a $500,000 crime. At least I don't think so anyway. But back to this one. So he's receiving all of this love and whatever. I said to be white in America, only then can you get this kind of attention for killing that many people. I mean, let's look through our history at a lot of these white serial killers, like Jeffrey Dahmer, the Unabomber, Columbine, what's his name? James Holmes, Timothy McVeigh. Well, pretty much a lot of the people that I talked about in my White History Month last year. A vast majority of that month. Notice that when white serial killers, because let's be real here, this guy's a terrorist / serial killer. I put terrorist first because he did commit a terroristic act. Most white serial killers and or terrorists get celebrated throughout the media, especially after their death. They're supposed to be coming out with a movie about Jeffrey Dahmer before the killings happened to actually try to humanize him. I said the only thing interesting about that is how well they casted the person to play him, because he looks just like him, and that's so scary. But you wouldn't catch me watching that damn movie. I wouldn't want to watch no movie about no man who raped black boys and ate them. Why? Why would you try to humanize that? You can't. Now, if you want to make a movie about how he got killed in prison, I'll go watch that. But yes, they will glamorize how these serial killers are. But if it comes to black people, they will not do the same for them, or they'll tell it at a narrative where most people don't even sympathize with them, but they'll find a way to sympathize with that white serial killer or terrorist. Oh, he had a bad upbringing. He was so young and innocent, he was brainwashed. You know, all the bullshit that they come up with. That usually, thanks to how mainstream media is ran, will work in their favor, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this to your attention just in case y'all didn't know. Yes, this guy is receiving love. He's not receiving hatred. Like, if I was the one running that prison, I would take all them damn letters or whatever and burn every last one of them. I wouldn't even open them up because I wouldn't care what they said. I would take every last one of them and burn them. Like, what the hell has to go through your mind where you have to write a letter to this guy who killed 17 people? I don't know many black people that will write to a loved one who's sitting in jail for doing way less dumb shit. Because let's just put it on. Let's put it into perspective. Less dumb shit. And they're writing this letter to this guy who killed 17 people. But then again, it's not me writing the letters. I don't know anybody personally who will write this guy a letter. So, hey, I let them right away. That's in my opinion, wasted money on a stamp to send to a prison for this guy that they don't even know for committing one of the biggest crimes that happened so far this year. But I guess y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.